You might have heard that the High Court recently overturned Victoria's controversial EV tax, deeming that the state-based levy is unconstitutional. From the time that these EV taxes were first proposed in South Australia, the Australia Institute has identified them as hastily drafted, ill-conceived pieces of legislation that were obstructing clean transport and meaningful climate action. In SA, the Australia Institute collaborated with members of Parliament from across the political spectrum to oppose this policy. Because of our work, the tax was proactively repealed in South Australia before other states were compelled to act by the High Court. Our multifaceted campaign showcased the breadth of the Australia Institute's work. We immediately set about building a coalition of organisations to oppose the tax and then took out a full-page newspaper ad conveying our concerns to the government. Over the following year, we released new research, conducted statewide polling, engaged in public discourse and held discussions with government, opposition and crossbench MPs across the Parliament. Although the tax was ultimately legislated, our efforts secured a $3,000 purchase incentive for South Australian EV buyers, 3 years of free registration for EVs, and a critical delay in implementing the EV tax until July 2027. But we weren't done yet. We set about putting on a huge public event called Electrify SA, which provided a platform for community voices to be heard. 500 South Australians took part and came along to learn about electric vehicles and hear about the impending EV tax. At this event, South Australian Labor leader Peter Malinauskas committed to opposing the tax and later reaffirmed this commitment after he won the 2022 state election. When introducing the EV tax repeal bill, Energy and Transport Minister Tom Koutsantonis referenced the Australia Institute's research in Parliament. And in 2023, the EV tax in SA was finally abolished. And while the tax was gone, the purchase incentives and free registration for EV owners remained, significantly improving the state's electric vehicle policy overall. This strange saga in South Australia and the High Court's recent ruling don't just represent a victory for the climate, they underscore the power of research, advocacy and cooperation that we at the Australia Institute are so proud to be a part of.
Thanks for watching. Visit australiainstitute.org.au for all our latest research, commentary and analysis, as well as details for upcoming events and webinars.